Neither have I, MBG. I've never had a problem with my Turtle Beach headset. Like I said, the Bluetooth, you know, it's not, don't count as a headset, but it's good solid build quality on the Bluetooth. But my X31s are just, oh my god, they feel so cheap and plastic. I mean, the sound's all right on them for a cheap, nasty stereo headset, but I wouldn't want to be listening to. Wouldn't want to listen to them for any period of time, to be quite honest, mate. And they weren't the cheapest things I've ever bought. They were quite expensive when they came out. I mean, we're going back years, though. Literally years and years, man. Oh crap! This is the bit where I died. Did not come in prepared for that. Go, let's pick that up. Stop flickering around, you arsehole. Flicker strike sucks. Be alright if I was a witch, I could just spam my spells, it wouldn't be a problem. Have to be a bit more selective as a Marauder. How is the Xbox One grumble? I didn't get it, COD. I decided not to go for it. Literally last minute on Thursday night, I went into town and I cancelled the pre-order, dude. I was going to leave it until today to make a, you know, have a really good think about it. But to be honest, I thought that would be really unfair. I'm sure there were loads of people who wanted to get it, who couldn't get a pre-order in, so I went in and cancelled it. I'm sure someone immediately jumped on it. I'm kind of glad that I didn't now. I mean, I'm not one that normally suffers from buyer's remorse, but I'll be honest, I think if I'd got the Xbox One, I would have regretted it. You know, I'd only have been playing it for a week anyway, before the PS4 comes out. And that wouldn't have given me enough time to invest in Forza, which was the only game I was, you know, really looking at investing any time in. And I think what really put the nail in the coffin, I'm not one to base too much or put too much faith in game journalist reviews, but I was really looking forward to Rise, and I think I would really love and enjoy Rise. It looks like a game that I could get into, but it was the fact that the length of the game appears to be so short with so little replayability, kind of put me off. So that meant that I'd only really got Forza and Dead Rising as my kind of go-to games. Where the hell am I going? I've just realised I'm wandering around here trying to find something. I've already got it, haven't I? Dumbass. Two of your friends got it and it was horrible. What? Why is it horrible? I do know someone who contacted me yesterday evening who had bought the Xbox One. They'd got it in the morning. They'd waited in for it to be delivered. They'd pre-ordered it and it was on delivery from an e-tailer. And they got home in the evening after work, and they you know, they'd got the beers out and got one of his mates round, and rather than plugging it in just to check everything worked, you know, he'd got his whole setup. He was getting all his wires out and he was cleaning the wires, you know, spent ages getting this thing set up. And anyway, he booted it up, he went to put a disc in it. The hell's going on there? He'd got Call of Duty. He went to put the disc in it, and it basically ate his disc. I've spoken to him since, and he has made it clear that he was exaggerating somewhat. But basically, he put the disc in, and it sounded like it was grating it up. I mean, apparently it's not actually damaged the disc, but it means his Xbox is fucked basically. He's had to contact the e-tailer to get it sent back. Obviously, it simply doesn't work. He can't put a disc in the machine without it making a very strange noise. Which to him, like he said, sounded very much like he'd got his disc was going through a blender. So as you can imagine, he's absolutely furious, because although it's not going to be a problem and he will get it replaced, and it's not going to cost him anything, it means that he obviously didn't get a chance to play the Xbox on day one, which is sort of the whole point in going to pre-order, I suppose. I didn't laugh, for the record. I was graciously upset for him. I have a bit of a chuckle today, though. Yeah, he was heartbreaking, MBG. I mean, he really was absolutely gutted. He's got all of next week booked off. He's a big Call of Duty fan. Sorry, I just had to mute my microphone there. Yeah, he's obviously understandably distraught. I think there's probably the only word I can think of that probably aptly describes how he felt about that. I'm sure it's not an actual issue with the Xbox One. He's just been really unlucky. It's the same with the PS4. A few of those. There's a few. I mean, no one I know, because obviously it's not out here in Europe until next Friday, but we've heard reports of PS4s having problems as well. It's just part of that complexity of electronic equipment, isn't it? They're not all going to be perfect.
But he's a little extra. Care of something I found under a dead man's bed.
To be honest, MBG, when I spoke to him, I think the poor chap was almost in tears, to be quite honest with you. So no, I genuinely did feel empathy for him there, mate. But yeah, today, with the fresh light of today, I've had a chuckle. It's his own fault anyway. He's a self-proclaimed Xbox fanboy. He'll defend Microsoft until death, basically, no matter what stupid decisions they make.
You getting there?
But it's still not nice. Not nice at all, mate. It's a lot of money to spend, isn't it, to have it crap out on you. I think it's just the fact that you can't play it. You know what I mean? It'd have bent over backwards if he could have taken it back. Excuse me, to an actual physical store. It wouldn't have bothered him. He'd have been absolutely pissed off, obviously. But the fact that he's actually got to wait, he's actually got to send it off, and then obviously wait for another one to be delivered. And let's face it. I mean, I think from what I've heard, they've obviously sold out, haven't they? So I don't know how that's going to work, but I didn't want to sort of worry him too much. But I shouldn't imagine any of these e-tailers have actually got any kept back, just in case a few go wrong. From their point of view, it's probably not their problem, is it? It's Microsoft's. Same with the PS4. If I get a crapped out PS4 next week, I am going to be absolutely pissing fuming. Because I could be waiting till long after Christmas to get a PS4, because we already know all the pre-orders are absolutely wiped out in the UK. I mean, you cannot pre-order a PS4 anywhere in the UK. All they will promise is that they will get you one in for Christmas. Do you reckon they really do though, MBG? With an item that they know they can make 400 or 500 quid on? Well, obviously they don't make that amount of money, but true, COD, true. Hang on, I came back to town to do something, didn't I? What am I doing? Yeah, all done. So what quests have I got left? Let's do the Gemling Queen. So we need to hit the marketplace. Let's do this. Right. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. If I was an online e-tailer, as I call them, I'm sure that's not an appropriate term, as opposed to a retailer, I wouldn't be holding back stock just in case something went wrong. You know, from my point of view, my contract to sell that product is with Sony and whoever they use to distribute those particular products. You know, I'm not going to sit on a few consoles just on the chance that something might go wrong with one of them. It's not my fault. I didn't manufacture the thing, and at the end of the day I know I'm secure that I'll get another one from Sony. You know, you could be sitting on an awfully large amount of very expensive stock for no real reason. Where am I going? Don't actually know where I'm going. To try that door up there. I'm sure that's where I came in. I'm sure Sony probably keeps them back, yeah, ready to cover that sort of 0.4% as they tout, don't they? Is that the going expected failure rate on modern electronics is just under 1%, I think. So yeah, you're probably right. It probably makes sense for Sony to keep like 1% of stock ready for emergency distribution should everything go pear-shaped, but you want to keep your customers happy in that sense, don't you? How do you play Path of Exile? Is it like World of War? It's nothing like World of Warcraft, mate. It couldn't be further from that kind of game. And it's not really like RuneScape either. Oh. Sorry about that, chaps. I was just chatting to someone in my house. What were we talking about? Oh, oh yeah, no, it's not an MMO, mate. It's not like RuneScape or World of Warcraft. It's an action role-playing game. It's basically a loot game. It's an isometric point of view. Loot, fantasy setting, ARPG. Totally different to something like World of Warcraft, man. I've not played RuneScape. I played it maybe for about 10 hours years ago, and obviously never saw the appeal of it really, because I think at the time I was playing Ultima Online, which was an amazing MMO. Isn't like RuneScape version 30 million out now? This is back to town here, isn't it? Don't want to go that way. Apparently there is a new version out there, isn't there? Some souped up graphical extravaganza compared to what it used to be. Yeah, Borderlands is a cool game, man. How the hell? Look at that! I would never have spotted that there if I hadn't just looked at the map. Oh crap, did I go into it? Oh bloody hell. Alright, where are we going? We need to head up north. I don't even know what the name of that zone is though. Solaris Temple's up there, but I don't know what that is there.